Welcome to a journey into the metabolic holy grail. Before we uncover the science that shattered decades of fitness dogma, make sure to subscribe to the Slimming with Wycala channel right now. Turn on those notifications, share this video, and join our growing community. Today we are exploring a physiological revolution, an explanator based on the groundbreaking methods of Dr. LaRosa. For generations, the fitness industry was governed by an absolute, unyielding binary. You were either losing fat or gaining muscle, never both. But what if that was a myth? Today, we dissect the biology of body recomposition and how to literally transform your physique without starvation or living in the gym.
Okay, let's dive into this deep-rooted conflict. For decades, a supreme dogma echoed through gyms worldwide, the legendary bulk and cut cycle. The established doctrine dictated that to build muscle, you absolutely had to consume a massive caloric surplus, accepting an unavoidable layer of fat as collateral damage. And then, a grueling, aggressive phase of starvation to cut that fat, which inevitably cannibalized the hard-earned muscle you just built. It was a punishing, endless yo-yo cycle. But we must ask the critical question, was this grueling cycle actually necessary? The definitive answer is no. For those of us seeking true metabolic health, history and science reveal a vastly superior path. To grasp the true power of body recomposition, we have to look closely at the raw biological reality. Fat and muscle are entirely distinct tissues, and they obey entirely different physiological commands. Fat storage is dictated largely by the total energy we consume and a hormone called leptin, which signals satiety. Muscle, however, doesn't just magically appear because you overeat. It demands a mechanical trigger, which is resistance training, and a very specific fuel, protein. Because these two tissues operate on completely parallel signaling pathways, a remarkable phenomenon occurs. If you supply the exact mechanical tension to build muscle, alongside a highly strategic energy deficit, your body will literally mine its own stored fat cells to fund the metabolic cost of constructing new muscle.
Section 1. Who sees fast results? While this biological alchemy is absolutely real, we must ground ourselves in scientific reality. This transformation unfolds at radically different speeds depending on your starting point. History shows us three specific demographics who experience explosive recomposition. First, the beginners. Unexposed to the stimulus of hypertrophy, their bodies are incredibly hyperresponsive, a phenomenon universally known as newbie gains. Second, individuals with higher body fat percentages, upwards of 30 to 40% or more. They possess a massive, built-in energy reserve that the body can continuously tap into to build muscle, even when food intake drops. And third, the returning lifters. Those who build muscle in the past, but had to step away, possess a cellular memory. Rebuilding lost muscle is physiologically vastly cheaper and faster than forging it from nothing.
And just how astonishing can this muscle memory be? Look at this staggering figure, 29. In the legendary, almost mythological, 1973 Colorado experiment, a returning athlete who had suffered severe muscle atrophy stepped back into the arena. In less than 1 month, he forged an unbelievable 29 kilograms of new muscle while simultaneously burning off 8 kilograms of fat. Now, let me be absolutely clear, this is a profound, edge case historical anomaly. You and I cannot expect those exact numbers. If you are an advanced, relatively lean veteran of the gym, your evolution will be much more calculated. You might be looking at 10 to 11 kilograms of muscle over a much longer epoch, like 14 to 15 months. Slower, yes, but infinitely more sustainable and profoundly better for your long-term biological aging.
Section 2. The 4 levers of success. So, how do we command our biology to perform this feat? It comes down to a master framework where we manipulate 4 strategic levers. The first and absolutely crucial point is protein. This is the literal architectural material your body demands to synthesize muscle. But its true power lies in the signal it sends. When you are operating in a caloric deficit to lose fat, high protein intake screams to your central nervous system, do not consume our muscle for energy. The current scientific consensus points to a daily intake of 1.6 to 2.4 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. Dr. LaRosa highlights a pivotal study comparing 2 groups in identical caloric deficits. The group consuming 2.4 grams successfully forged muscle and shed fat. The group consuming the standard 1.2 grams, they tragically lost their muscle mass.
Lever number 2 is the mechanical signal itself, progressive overload. If protein is the raw material, progressive overload is the master architect issuing the blueprints. Your body views muscle as a highly expensive tissue to maintain. It burns calories constantly just existing. So when energy drops, your body's primal survival instinct is to jettison that muscle to conserve fuel. You must give it an undeniable reason to keep it. The ultimate weapon? Heavy compound lifts. Think deadlifts, squats, flat bench presses, dips, and pull-ups. Executing these 3 to 4 times a week, constantly demanding just a bit more weight or one more repetition than your last battle, forces a biological adaptation. Your body has no choice but to preserve and even expand that muscle tissue. Lever number 3 is your tactical caloric deficit, and the golden ratio here is 0.5%. We want a highly calculated, minor deficit, aiming to lose just 0.5% of your total body weight each week. To put that into perspective, if you weigh 80 kilograms, you are looking at a mere 400-gram reduction every 7 days. Why this agonizingly slow pace? Because historical data tracking weight loss velocity prove that those who cut weight slowly, right at this 0.5% mark, actually gained strength and muscle. Those who recklessly doubled that speed gained absolutely zero muscle. A massive aggressive deficit starves your biology of the energy required to construct anything at all. And this brilliantly illustrates our fourth and perhaps most tragically overlooked lever, sleep. Consider this fascinating yet alarming biological study. 2 factions were placed on the exact same nutritional deficit. One group secured 8.5 hours of sleep, the other survived on just 5.5. Both lost weight. But the devastating reality? The sleep-deprived group lost 60% more muscle mass than their well-rested counterparts. When you rob your body of deep, restorative sleep, you are literally severing the vital biological window where muscle synthesis and cellular repair occur. You can perfectly execute your diet and your training, but if you fail to sleep, your body will inevitably turn on its own muscle.
Section 3. 3 errors you must avoid. Now that we possess the master levers, we must study the pitfalls, the blunders that constantly sabotage incredible transformations. There are 3 major traps to avoid. First, as we just discussed, the aggressive caloric deficit. Dropping weight faster on the scale does not equal victory in the mirror. Second is the obsession with the mythological 2-hour anabolic window. We all remember the era of sprinting to the locker room to chug a protein shake the exact second a workout ended. Modern data conclusively proves that while early protein is fine, your total daily intake across the 24 hours is vastly more important than microscopic timing. And the third fatal error? Executing immense amounts of cardio without replenishing the calories. Cardio is undeniably fantastic for heart health, but if you march on the treadmill for hours without compensating with fuel, you plunge yourself into a massive accidental deficit, forcing your body to cannibalize the very muscle you are trying to build.
Section 4. Your 5-step plan.
It is time to synthesize this cutting-edge science into a definitive daily battle plan. Here are your 5 strategic directives. Step 1. Secure your protein perimeter. Hit at least 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight. And if tracking feels like a logistical nightmare, the source material highly recommends utilizing modern tools like the Pulso app, which uses a simple photo of your meal to calculate your macros with incredible precision. Step 2. Engage in heavy progressive overload 3 to 4 times a week. Step 3. Maintain that strict 0.5% maximum weekly weight loss threshold. Step 4. Fiercely protect your deep, restorative sleep. And Step 5. Have unwavering patience. Body recomposition is a profound biological renovation. Its victories are forged over months, not days.
Which brings us to our ultimate revelation. You do not have to choose between shedding fat and forging muscle. The old, punishing dogma of the bulk and cut is officially dead. By delivering the exact mechanical tension with weights and fueling the biological environment with protein and rest, you can conquer both simultaneously. It demands discipline and consistency, but the ultimate prize is a metabolically optimized, fiercely resilient version of yourself. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Drop a comment below and let us know your personal experiences with body recomposition. Thank you for joining us on this explainer. If you're ready to command your biology and leave the old myths behind, make sure to subscribe to Slimming with Wickala right now. Turn on those notifications, share this video to help others break free from the cycle, and become part of our incredible community. We'll see you next time.